So from our most recent trip to Florida, there is one thing that captured our wives the most and cost us the most money.
And that was Butterbeer.
Today, we're going to talk about the brilliance of Butterbeer at Universal Studios.
This is something that our wives were looking forward to more than a lot of things.
I'm pretty sure if they had to choose between going and trying a Butterbeer at Universal Studios and have us come with them,
Probably Butterbeer.
it may have just been our wives going by themselves, for sure.
And the thing is, everybody loves Butterbeer.
Right.
Obviously because of the Harry Potter movies, but it makes you feel like you're there. It's one of the biggest parts of the experience. Now for me, I'm a practical person, so to me it's like cream soda with some cream on it. But it was good.
And I will tell you, we have tried and tried and tried from the last trip my family made years ago, and we have never been able to figure out the recipe. So it is brilliant. They have been able to take that recipe, and we found out that J.K. Rowling is actually the one I think that actually picked the final flavor. So that was kind of cool.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
So she's created something quite special, but she has been able to take that and capitalize on people's emotions.
Yeah.
And it's turned around in a lot of ways. It's turned around the profitability of Universal Studios, which is really cool.
Pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Because what really made us think about this was when our wives were so excited about it. And
For months, by the way, I will add.
Yeah, and then we saw what we actually spent on it. How much did you spend, Tad?
So we spent, I think, about $68 total on the cups that we bought.
We spent about $42.50. Now realize that they were $8.50 each. So $8.50 each on these things.
Worth it.
And they're only like 14 ounces. So it's not that much. We're estimating that it had to cost them definitely less than $1 for each of those.
That's counting both the time for people to make it and all the ingredients and materials too.
And they buy in bulk.
Right.
So very cheap, very profitable. Another reason why it's a brilliant idea.
And so, and I mentioned that my wife has been trying for several years to get the recipe, and it just never works. We figured even if we had the recipe, we think it would cost maybe no more than a couple dollars to make a cup ourselves.
$1 to $2,
right.
We're thinking. The other thing is they sell a ton of these things.
We were stunned, actually. We were looking it up, and what is it, 2018? So back in 2018, there was an article by MuggleNet.com. So
yeah,
that was an article we found, but it was one that they talked specifically about how many cups were sold. That was when they went over 20
million
cups sold.
Yeah.
And so from 2010 to then, it averaged about 2.5 million cups per year. That's a lot.
That is incredible.
Yeah. And so if you take that and kind of boil it down and look at it on a daily basis, it's over 7,000 cups.
And over $60,000 a day in revenue. Just in Butterbeer. Just a little drink this big that tastes really good.
And so now I'm sure it's probably even more than that number of cups because this was 2 years ago. And so I think the number has even grown because, of course, mark my words, you go and taste it, you're going to want to go back and taste it again. So,
like our wives did many times.
And they wanted to go back just for the Butterbeer. We were done with the parks, and they want to go back just to drink another Butterbeer. So it's quite crazy. So I think the whole point of this, we loved it. Jordan was just super excited to research this, and as we were looking at it, it's really cool. But the neat thing is, again, Universal Studios has been able to capture on people's emotions. And so that's one of the things when we were traveling that we realized that when you're traveling, everybody just plays on your emotions. And you end up spending things that you wouldn't expect, but at the end of the day, it's totally worth it.
It's still worth it. To sum it up, Butterbeer is a brilliant idea